We interrupt the internet with breaking news.
This just in, an ostrich hit free agency in Ohio. Chicago's delivery robots have started beef with public transit. And scientists found a dinosaur that looks like a Heron built by a knife company. Good evening, everybody. Hope your day was normal. Mine wasn't, because I checked the news and apparently the planet is freestyling again. I'm Bob, and I'm here to fight the news. The problem is the news keeps training in secret. Every day I show up ready to box headlines, and every day reality enters wearing a cape made of bad decisions. But I'm a professional. Emotionally, no. But professionally, also no. Let's do it. Ohio said, drive safely, and then added, also, there may be an ostrich. Authorities in Madison County, Ohio, warned drivers after an ostrich got loose near Lafayette Plains City Road and Taylor Blair Road. Later, reports said the owner was found. This is why I don't trust any bird that skipped flying and went straight to sprinting. An ostrich loose near traffic is not wildlife. That's a feathered misdemeanor with legs like a tax fraud. And I love that the warning was basically use caution in that area. Oh, I was planning to drive recklessly until you told me there was a 6-foot panicked turkey jogging by the road. Somewhere that ostrich was looking at passing cars like pathetic, 4 wheels, and still no stride. Let's go to the scoreboard before that bird gets a sponsorship. Bob takes the early lead. The news is rattled. The ostrich remains difficult to scout in open space. Chicago gave robots a sidewalk job, and one of them immediately chose property damage. In Chicago, at least 2 delivery robots crashed into a CTA bus shelters days apart. One was caught on surveillance video shattering the glass. No injuries were reported, and the company said that they would cover repairs. A Sun-Times report said the Westtown video had drawn 3.6 million views on X as of Tuesday afternoon. First of all, this is not autonomous delivery. That is a robot arriving like, your pad thai is here, and so is your apocalypse. The footage is incredible because the robot doesn't hit the shelter and panic. It hits the shelter and then just sits there in the broken glass like it's waiting for you to apologize. That's confidence. That's machine confidence. That's Roomba with a lawyer energy. And there were 2 crashes in a matter of days. At that point, it's not a pilot program. It's a robot soap opera called The Sidewalk and the Restless. Also, both companies saying they'll pay for repairs. Great. So the future is a machine smashes public infrastructure and then customer service emails you a claim number. Amazing. We've built technology that can commit an accident and handle the follow-up. I'm old-fashioned. If my takeout is late, I don't want it bursting through a bus shelter like it's making a WWE entrance. I want a human being who looks a little tired and mildly judges my order. That's civilization. The robot shattered the glass and my momentum. Scoreboard. Massive swing in round 2. The news lands a clean right hook with tempered glass. Scientists found a dinosaur that sounds less like paleontology and more like a biker gang warning. Reuters reported that scientists in Nigeria unearthed fossils of a new species of Spinosaurus, Spinosaurus mirabilis, a roughly 40-foot fish eater weighing 5 to 7 tons, with a tail skimitar-like crest described by a researcher as a hell heron. A hell heron? That is not a dinosaur. That is a creature you meet after making one bad wish in a swamp. 40 feet long, fish eating, giant blade on its head. That's not evolution. That's a designer losing objectivity. You have to love the scientific restraint here. Scientists are usually careful, measured, calm, but even they looked at this thing and went, You know what, Heron, we're done here." Also, a scimitar-shaped crest. So this dinosaur looked like a crocodile, a sailboat, and a medieval threat assessment all at once. Nature really said, let's make a bird vibe, but terrifying. Honestly, compared to Chicago's delivery robots, this dinosaur seems more focused. At least the Heron knew what it wanted: fish, dominance, and a dramatic profile lighting. I need a minute, a fossil, and possibly a priest. Scoreboard. Bob claws back into it. The news still leads, but the dinosaur got greedy. And now the news throws 3 extra punches after the bell because it has no sportsmanship. A rattlesnake wandered into a Texas bedroom late at night. That is not a home invasion. That is a forbidden weighted blanket. A California driver tried to use a jacket as a fake passenger in the carpool lane. Sir, that's not ride sharing. That's fabricating a relationship. An Austrian man broke a record by passing balloons through his nose and out his mouth 10 times in a minute. That's not talent. That's a medical bill warming up in the bullpen. After the cheap shots, the news extends the lead. Bob objects on grounds of basic decency. What we learned: never assume the weirdest thing on the road is another driver. If a robot says it's just delivering food, keep it away from civic architecture. And if scientists called your dinosaur a Heron, maybe let the error stay buried. Bob had a strong first round, but the robot bus shelter combo was just too stupid to overcome. By split decision and several shattered expectations, the news wins. Until next time, stay weird, stay safe, and if your dinner arrives by robot, meet it outside, preferably nowhere near a bus stop.